Engineer Roslan, I see that you just started your program towards the launch of the e.MAS 7 by the end of the year. But before we talk about the e.MAS 7, can you just explain the relationship between ProNet and Proton, because you sometimes talk about ProNet marketing this product.
Okay. ProNet basically is a subsidiary company of Proton. It stands as a Proton Pro. Net is New Energy Technologies Berhad. So it was established way back in September 2022. So the idea or the objective of setting up of ProNet actually is similar like EDA, whereby EDA will still focus on the ICE and ProNet will focus on the EV, O and EV, and EV vehicles, so that to separate the two companies, because the product differentiation as well as the customer segmentation also different. So we would like to give a real focus on the NEV customer as well as the products.
So ProNet is part of Proton?
Yes, ProNet is part
just
of
like
Proton.
EDA?
Yeah, just like EDA.
And what about your retail and after-sales network then?
Okay, the ProNet will appoint their own dealers to distribute the products. In the case of ProNet also, I just like to clarify, they're also a distributor of Smart. But in the case of e.MAS 7, they appoint their own dealers. Currently, we have appointed, or ProNet have appointed 36 dealers, and we expect 30 of these dealers will be ready by December before the launch.
So these e.MAS 7 dealers exclusively handle only e.MAS 7 product?
Yes, in paper, yes, but in the sum of dealers being appointed now, they're also currently Proton EDA dealers. So whereby later on you might see that there will be one outlet just selling e.MAS 7, but there will be some outlets sharing. They also will sell the current EDA products, the ICE, and also they will share with the e.MAS showroom. So this is just to give a convenience to customers, and also because these dealers, they're familiar with the Proton products, familiar with the Proton system. Despite that, ProNet and EDA is headed by two different management teams. And the dealers also, because of this, they also will have two different management teams, separating them, selling the ICE and also the e.MAS 7 later on.
So in terms of after-sales support, a person owning, say, a Saga can go to one of these dealers who are selling e.MAS also?
They can go to those outlets that sharing. Means because they still, there will be some separation, means one side will be ICE, one side will be e.MAS or EV. So the service center also, this dealer will still maintain the ICE service center for the service bay, and will allocate certain service bay depending on the size for e.MAS 7 later on.
So these e.MAS dealers, I'm sure at a later stage they'll get more products, right? Because one product alone cannot keep a dealer alive.
The question still early, Chips. We now focusing the e.MAS 7, but we do have planning for the development. It's currently under development. We will share once we reach to that level.
Okay. Now let's talk about the e.MAS 7, which now the public has seen the inside and the outside, and they're aware of the price. Some people are under the view that it's just a clone or copy of the Geely E5, a similar product. They look the same, but is it really the same? Can you talk a bit more about that?
Well, okay, we respect the people that make such opinions. We cannot stop them from saying so. But during we introduce the name of e.MAS 7, we have announced this is a product which is jointly developed together with Chile. Because although people see same, but first they have to realize that the steering position is different, right? The one that we have in e.MAS 7 is right-hand drive, and to move the steering from left to right is not just moving a chair. You just cannot simply move, because every single step that require approval, testing in order to do that. And even for Malaysian requirement, with the current climate of Malaysia, of the road conditions, and the most important, the customer expectation, whereby the car has been designed to meet the Malaysian expectation. You can see that look the same, but it's a lot of Malaysian engineers, particularly from Pronet team, from Proton, working together with Geely to make it the car, the e.MAS 7, ready for the Malaysians situation. So it's not just like people say a clone, whatever, but we respect those opinions. But to tell you the truth, it's not real 100% clone. We work very hard to make it to achieve the level of the e.MAS 7.
So you mentioned Malaysian expectation of the product. What do you mean? What do you think that Malaysians expect?
Well, the first is Malaysian always expect in terms of the price affordability. Alright, so I will touch that later. The basic technical that we always look into the suspensions, because the situation in Malaysia, the road condition in Malaysia and in China is a bit different. So they can accept the certain level of suspension, whereby in Malaysia the road coverage is quite big, and a lot of Malaysian use cars more than public transport. So we have to make sure the e.MAS 7 is suitable for all road condition in Malaysia. So means we have to improvise a bit. And on the second is about the people always talk about the air conditioning. So we have to also make it suitable for Malaysian. But the most important is when we use EV car, is you need a direction or to tell you the status of the battery when you are traveling. So internally, together with another sister company, Ecotech, Pronet and Ecotech have developed a smart app whereby in the system, when you are setting to travel, let's say from Kuala Lumpur to Penang, they will tell you what is the stage or the status of the battery, where that you need to charge, and the most important is the ISU will tell you where is the location of the charge, how many are available, what is the kilowatt hour, as well as what is the rate. So this is the convenience. Instead of you are opening of various type of apps to find the charge, the smart app inside the e.MAS 7 will tell you on the one screen. So that's the convenience. And on the fourth, of course, people always comment about the price, right? And what we look into the price, and those based on after we have the event last Saturday, after we announced the 120,000, some comment that we read that the price is too expensive. But I believe those who read the comment never see the car yet. But those who was at the venue have the opportunity to go inside the car, inside the e.MAS 7, and knowing the price, experiencing the size of the car, so the price is just nice for that price. And bear in mind, the 120,000 they announced is an estimate. We expect maybe 120,000 or maybe lower than that. So
Right.
we are managing those expectations. We are monitoring those comments. We take it positively. We will do our best to meet the nation expectation.
At this time, initially, you're going to import the e.MAS 7 from a factory in China, right?
Yes.
Are there plans to assemble it locally later on?
Yes, we do. We do. That's the aspiration of the government of Malaysia. We have to do that. I think you aware the incentive for the CBU will last until next year. After that, it should be on the CKD. Then only we can enjoy the exemption. And now, soon also, we will announce on our CKD program and what we're going to do. Whether actually we have a plan to set up a factory of EV in Tanjung Malim. So now in the process of sourcing the contractor, planning everything, get the authorities approval. Once final, we may a special event to that also. And of course, we plan to complete the plan, the EV plan by next year.
So, can Malaysians expect the price to go down after it's assembled in Malaysia?
Well, the price that we set now is considering or they take consideration of the CBU and CKD. Bear in mind, once we have the CKD, we have to do a huge investment because EV platform, EV structure is different from the ICE car. We cannot just simply assemble EV in the current ICE platform. So we have to, that's why I mentioned earlier that we have to set up a new factory because those who visited EV plant in China, I think some media able to visit Zeekr plant or some plant in Xi'an, you see the difference of the ICE car and the EV car. So here also in Proton, in Tanjung Malim, we also establishing the same to able to cope with the new technology of the EV car so that we able to produce e.MAS 7 locally.
You said that our local automotive ecosystem at this time is not so ready to produce parts for EVs because they've been doing ICE all along. Is Proton helping to make progress on that?
Yes, we do, because that is part of the Proton obligation. That the Proton aspiration when was founded since 1983. So as a start, we have brought few vendors to go to China, and currently our group technical procurement doing matchmaking with the local vendors to either they go on the license agreement, technical agreement, or even JV to produce components for the EV car. So at the moment, yes, our vendor not ready, but I believe with their experience, capability, and also our effort, some of these vendors are able to partner with the vendors in China to produce EV components.
Okay, so you have already revealed the price to the public, and I believe you all are starting to get orders now.
Yes.
Do you have a number at this time? Okay.
Well, we have numbers.
Okay. I know it's still a top secret, but are you satisfied with the number? Is it growing every day as more people find out about your product?
Okay. When we announce the e.MAS 7, some of us, including me, have received a call that they're interested to place a booking. All right, I said, please be patient. And after we announced it over the last weekend, and the numbers that we receive, once we compile, once we ready, we reserve it for now, chiefs. It's very encouraging numbers. Despite that people say the price, but after those people see the features, understand the importance of the EV, the new EV cars, and also the features inside the car. And the numbers are encouraging and increase day by day. Let's give us some time to compile all the numbers so that we can share to the public as we grow the numbers.
I think at this time people still cannot experience a car driving it, yeah? When do you think they will be, the first test drives will be available to the public?
Well, of course for the media we will
Yeah, but
have
the public.
it later. For the public, once we launch the car, we expect to launch the car by the end of the year. I can say now it could be happen by mid of December. So after that, the car's ready for dealers to arrange a test drive where there are prospects, customers, and anyone that interested to test drive.
So with the e.MAS 7, are you all taking a different approach to selling cars? Or, you know, like ProNet sells smart. It's a very different approach to selling. So with e.MAS 7, are you all going to try something new?
That's very interesting subject, because when you mention smart, when we establish smart ProNet, then when we share to the public, we share to the government, to media, on how that we're going to manage an EV. That's why smart come into picture. Smart giving us the opportunity to learn on the sales marketing of the EV car. And from that, the team realized that the team of ProNet realized that there are a lot of differences, a lot of new approach we have to set up. We need strategies that we have to establish. So using the experience with the smart promotion, smart marketing, so the same that we're going to apply to the e.MAS 7. So that's why you see that a lot of activities has been conducted since April, June, and now. They are still ongoing until we launch the car officially, and as well as after the launch event. Because the approach is different, because EV is new things. People need to experience, because a lot of people talk about myth in the EV, which the team in ProNet is clarifying one by one of the myth. People talk about the concern about the charging, time of waiting of charging, into the battery, what happen if the car go into the flood. That will be addressed one by one from time to time. That's why we see a lot of activities ongoing, and the team in ProNet never stop doing that. And to me, I believe they also never sleep in thinking of what next to do in order to ensure the successful of the e.MAS 7.
So will there be people who, private owners who get the e.MAS 7 this year, or the first deliveries will start in 2025?
The car will be ready by end of the year, right? So that's depend. Because you know the Malaysians sometimes worried if they get the car by December 2024, the value go down. Yeah. So we address those individually. If they insist, wanted to get the car by 2024,
you can supply.
We are glad to deliver. If they say 2025, we deliver 2025.
But the stocks are already in Malaysia?
The stock is in the coming.
On the way.
Coming. I think all those stock will be ready before the launch.
Okay. Well, we look forward to your launch, and I'm sure that this will be something new in the history of the Malaysian auto industry. Thank you very much,
Roslan,
Roslan.
for the questions.